Hey guys, welcome back to the arcade and thank you very much for joining me. Now, before the end of the year, I mentioned that I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that have been coming out towards the end of the year that I guess were kind of a bit of a surprise, although there had been rumblings. But one of the big ones that I wanted to speak about was Unico. Now, if you don't know these guys, they were pretty much on top of the mountain a couple of years ago when we talk about home arcade. They were the manufacturers of the MVSX, kind of like a big red Neo Geo machine. It was a lovely machine packed full of games. If you were a fighting game fan, this was definitely the way to go for you. And there was a lovely little hack that you could then start to input other games into it. Now, they were really popular at the time, and the popularity kind of dwindled simply because they weren't bringing out anything new. There was no official way of putting new games onto it. There was no new products coming from them. They just put this out there, and yes, it was fantastic, and you know, they let other competitors catch up with them. The likes of Arcade 1-Up, At Games, they all sort of produced their own machines, but had their own little twist to it that then started to overtake Unico's popularity. Now, in the past year, Unico have brought out a stand, a riser. They brought out a screen, which is really cool. They're calling it the Phoenix, which is kind of meant to be the go-to LCD screen for replacements of your CRT. I know people don't like to replace the CRTs, but the Phoenix series does seem to do very well. And towards the end of the year, they announced that they were going to be putting out a candy cab. So let's take a look at it and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So if we jump over here to Unico's website, we can see the candy cab in question. So this is it. It is the Nova Blast, and it's a lovely looking thing. Now, I will say I still am not a fan of candy cabs. That's still my position on it, and I think it's down to a couple of reasons. The main one is that I didn't grow up with them. I'm not familiar enough with them. They weren't part of my nostalgia, and therefore I have no real love for them. And I don't really like sitting down to play my arcade games. I like being able to stand up. That's the way I remember playing them. You know, you stood by the cabinet, you didn't sit. I know it kind of goes against modern gaming because you sit down on the sofa, you play your games. Candy cabs should fit into that. I don't like it. The only stool I have in the arcade is for Jason. He sits on the stool because he can't reach the controls. That's it. However, I'm really interested in this candy cab. Now, it comes in two variants, so I can show you the two of them. So they're not entirely sure what they're referring to them as. It's, you know, U2 and U4, and the only real difference is this marquee. So it's just the look of the marquee. It's kind of whatever one you kind of fancy. As far as I'm aware, the speakers and everything in it are still the same. It's just how it looks. Honestly, I would go with either one of them. I kind of prefer this one just for the way it looks. However, if you're wanting to do more of a changing marquee, you could go for this one and then put something over the top or replace this bit of plexi or whatever it's going to be. The big deal with Unico version is that the screen in it is one of their Phoenixes, so it's a high-end kind of quality LCD monitor. They've also got Sanwa buttons and sticks on this, so it's all upmarket stuff. It's not the kind of buttons that we would see, you know, buttons and sticks that we see on Arcade 1-Ups, just ones that they've gotten out of the bargain bin. These are high quality stuff. The manufacturing on it does look to be up as a quality product, all made out of metal. Now, what I'm showing you here is the bar top, so this is the standard kind of look for it, but then they sell it as a set for a base. Now, the base doesn't bring it up to, say, the height of a 3/4. Like I said, it's still a sit-down machine, so there's an idea of the base. It does have casters on it, but it also has screw down legs so you can put it into place. The price for something like this, I know it looks quite high. We're talking like 1,200 for the bar top and the bottom of it. Remember that this is high quality stuff. It really does come down to the materials that they're going to be using. Yes, it's going to be all metal construction around the base and the machine. The deck, the deck will be plastic and things like that. But we do have high quality buttons and sticks. Sanwas, we've got their Phoenix series monitor in there. There is going to be speakers and lights and all the great things. And it really is going to be a bring your own kind of solution. So it's just really the core elements. But what they've got in there is a multitude of different connectors. So you can bring a Raspberry Pi, you can bring a Pandora box, you can bring your mini PC, but there's a JAMA harness in there as well. So if you have older boards with nothing to put it in, you can put it in here. Not sure if I can show you it from all the screenshots, but within, if you can see where my cursor is, within the bowels of the bar top is a hole that then could feed down into here. So you could put like a PC in the bottom of it. You could store JAMA harnesses with a switcher in there as well. I think it's a really interesting product, and I'm very interested to see how people would use it. I don't know how much it's going to be when it comes over to the UK, or whether we will see it in the UK. I hope we do. I would reckon that we'll probably see it for about 1,500 for this set here, the bar top and the what would you call it? The stand, the base, I suppose. But I do think that it's worth looking into, and if I could get one of these just to toy around with, I think I would. Again, the price would have to be right. I think we're probably going to see it for about 1,500, maybe even more, and I think that's maybe going to push it out for most people. But because of the quality, the high quality elements that they're going to be using, the Sanwa buttons, the screen, the monitor, and the construction itself, I think it might be competitive when you look at building a candy cab of the same quality. So I'm quite interested to see what they come with this. I do think this is going to sell quite well. Now they are hoping to get orders out in the next couple of months in the States. So hopefully we'll start to see some reviews of what people come up with, what they decide they're going to use this for. I'm really interested to see how that goes. What would you guys think? I mean, would this be something that you would pick up? Is it something that you're looking to do? I think the inclusion of the JAMA harness is a great idea, especially for people that are maybe they've got some old boards, but the cabinet has seen better days, and you could put multiples in that base along with a switcher and just jump between things. I think we'll see a lot of interesting builds come out of this, and I'd be really interested to see what people can do, and I'm really interested to hear what you guys think as well. Let me know in the comments, would you pick one of these up? Do you have a use for it in mind? What would you do with it? That's what I want to find out, to see whether or not these kind of products are going to be a big hit over here. But thank you very much for hanging out with me there for a little bit. Like I say, I'm very interested in this product. I do think the price for us is going to be kind of up there, so expect it to be around the 1,500 mark. But some people may be able to pick this up, and we may even see it on sale depending on the retailer that gets their hands on it. I will keep an eye out for any news that we have coming over to the UK and let you guys know. But anyway, hope to hear from you in the comments. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.